Hello and welcome. You are here with me, Jill Maurer. I am a jewelry designer and I often talk about jewelry on this channel. I talk about design and I also talk about luxury. This is going to be a negative review. I don't do a lot of negativity on my channel, but I want to give my honest opinion of the Louis Vuitton Speedy. And my review is negative and my advice is don't do it. And I am going to tell you why that is. I do own a Speedy 30. Mine is a little different. Here it is. I do like my bag. Toward the end of this video, I will talk to you about why I'm telling you not to get a Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 or any Speedy, and why it is that I still have one. If you're watching this video, you may be thinking about getting a Louis Vuitton Speedy, and maybe it's your first luxury bag, maybe it's your first Louis Vuitton bag, maybe not, maybe you have some others and there's just so much talk and so much hype about the Louis Vuitton Speedy that you're intrigued. You may have seen many positive reviews of the bag. I recognize that I will be maybe a lone voice, or at least I'm a salmon. I am swimming upstream. You may have a Louis Vuitton Speedy or 8 and you may be thinking about selling it and kind of wondering what you're thinking, and because you keep seeing all these positive reviews, I've got your back. I'm going to be somebody who agrees with you that it's time to let it go. I will tell you why I think that. One thing I do want you to know is what I'm evaluating is a bag. It's made of canvas and leather and a zipper. It's a bag. I am not reviewing or evaluating the people who carry the bag or the people who have chosen to carry the bag. It is not personal in that way. I am reviewing a bag. So I want to keep that clear, and I'd like for you to keep that in mind. I am in the vast minority. A lot of people will disagree with me. It is likely that you disagree with me. You are welcome to disagree with me. That is certainly your prerogative. This is my opinion. The Louis Vuitton Speedy has been made for quite a long time. I'm not really going to show you my bag and go through it because there are literally 1,000 or more videos here on YouTube that you can look at to see all about the Speedy. And I will show you my bag a little bit more later. Generally speaking, it comes in all 3 canvases: the monogram, the damier ebene, and the damier azur. And then it comes in other kinds of canvases and leathers. So there are specialty bags that come out on occasion, like mine, the Kusama, and there are some other styles that have come out. And then there are some in leathers and then with pockets and without. You know, there are all kinds of little variations that have come out on this bag. Right now, I'm mostly talking about the basic bag that sells so much, the Louis Vuitton Speedy in the 3 main canvases, although a lot of it does apply to the other bags. And a lot of people, when they do first think about venturing into the luxury bag category, they start thinking about getting a luxury bag, a lot of times they do start with the Speedy, and people call it a starter bag. They say that that is where you should start. I don't agree. I don't think it's where you should start. I don't think it's where you should end. It's not a bag I recommend. First and foremost is because you will see it everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. You may have to save for this bag, you may not, but you will get this bag, and the first thing you will realize is that it is everywhere. And when I mean everywhere, you will not be able to walk out of your house and go anywhere where there are a number of people, an airport, a mall, without seeing the exact same bag you're carrying. And not just once or twice, probably a lot. Even at a high school, maybe even a middle school, this bag is everywhere. Many people carry it. It is not special in that way. It doesn't say anything unique about you. What it says about you is, I was willing to spend this money on a bag that everybody else has. That's all it really says. It is what I consider a Me Too bag. This is very much a mass-produced bag. To me, mass-produced and luxury are 2 separate things. They don't go hand in hand. I don't even really consider the Louis Vuitton Speedy a luxury bag. I can't even imagine how many of these have been made. If you had gotten it 20 years ago, it would have been a different story. It would have been a little more unique. One of the bad things about the internet and about YouTube is that a lot of people talk about the same things, and then we all end up with the same things, and we lose our personality, we lose our style, and that is what has happened with this bag. It is just everywhere. The second thing is that this is one of the most copied bags on earth. So not only will you see authentic Louis Vuitton Speedies coming and going, you're going to see a lot of fakes, and a lot of them are bad fakes. I mean, there are some good fakes and there are some bad fakes. That enhances this feeling that they are everywhere. And a lot of times when people see your bag, they will think, I wonder if that's real. I mean, it may or it may not be, and most people can't tell. A lot of the fakes are good enough that sometimes I can't tell. I mean, most of us can't tell. We have to get bags authenticated if we get them secondhand. Not only are you looking at other real Louis Vuitton bags, but people will question whether your bag is even authentic, whether they say that or not. It is just that common. The third reason I would say not to get this bag is the price. The price has gone up so quickly, much more quickly than inflation. I looked up the price of a Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 and it is $1,040 as of today. So you're paying over $1,000 for the most commonly made Louis Vuitton bag that is made out of canvas. It does have some leather on it, but it's made out of canvas. It has a fabric interior. You're paying for the name. And I understand that a lot of times we pay for a name, but that is all you are paying for. You are paying for the name and to be able to say, I have the same Louis Vuitton bag everyone else has. I just think you are worth more than that. The bag isn't worth that, in my opinion. And that money could be spent on a bag that is of higher quality and is a little more unique and says more about you and your personal style. The next thing is quality. While the price has gone up, the quality has gone down. The canvas has gotten thinner and thinner. It is not the same bag that was made 20 years ago. There are no feet on the bottom of this bag. A lot of the Louis Vuitton bags do have feet. The Alma does. It started without feet, but it now does have feet. When you are out and about with this bag and you just want to wash your hands in a restroom, you can't set it down. Now, if you have the bandolier, you can put it over your shoulder, but there are just so many places you don't want to set it down. That's just an indication of its quality. The quality, rather than improving like some of the other Louis Vuitton bags have, has actually declined. Then closely tied to the quality is the wear. The Louis Vuitton Speedy does not wear well. If you get one with the vachetta leather, it can patina unevenly. There are problems with the vachetta in the rain. There's all of that. The canvas also is coated and that coating can crack. If that canvas cracks, there's nothing Louis Vuitton can do to repair it, and their repairs have gone down. Even the quality of their service isn't as good as it used to be. It is very much hit or miss. If there's a crack in the vachetta or in the edging, right now I can't remember what they call that edging, they can do some repair to that, but not if you crack the canvas, and that does happen a lot. The other thing is this bag does get misshapen. And some people like that sagginess where this will fall and be saggy. I don't like it, and I don't think the bag was designed to do that. You'll see here that this outline, that is the shape the bag is supposed to be. If you carry it with stuff in it without either a base shaper or a purse insert, it will start to sag. It looks wrong. To my eye, it looks wrong. I would recommend strongly against a base shaper. That's just a flat thing that you put in the bottom of the bag. The canvas has gotten so thin that when you put the base shaper in, it actually makes the bag wear even faster on the canvas. I have a Samorga inside mine. That is what I recommend, is a purse insert to help keep the shape if you do decide to have a Speedy. The other thing is that the inside of the bag is canvas, and it can be different colors depending on the Speedy that you have. That is not easy to clean. So if you are wanting this bag to carry it every day, and that's what a lot of people do, is they get the Speedy as their first bag and they want to carry it every day. It doesn't wear well. If you get it dirty on the inside, it's hard to clean it. Again, the purse insert will help with that. Overall, it doesn't wear well over time. There are actually bags that look better with age. They actually get a patina that's very pleasant. That is not the case with a Louis Vuitton Speedy. I am also going to go very much against the grain and say that this is not a particularly easy bag to use. In this traditional one, You know, you have the inside, it's just a big open pit. It's dark, unless you get the Damier Azur. It's dark on the inside. But again, if you're in that restroom and you want to set this bag down, because it doesn't have the feet, it's hard to know where to set it down. And then you might be thinking the bandolier. The bandolier version is the way to go. And I say that this bag is especially poorly designed to be worn as a bandolier. The reason is that you put it against your body and it sticks out a lot. So it sticks out and it wants to bump into things. This isn't a bag that goes right against your body as a crossbody. That further damages the bag. And then if it does have that sagging, it just looks wrong and it's causing the misshapenness here. So I just don't think it's well designed as a bandolier. That is, of course, a matter of opinion. This whole video is a matter of opinion. Bag doesn't inherently have any sort of organization. I think if you have the Speedy, you really need a purse insert. This is the Samorga. It is my favorite. The reasons are it will help your bag keep its shape. I would get it in a lighter color so it brightens the inside of the bag so you're able to see. It creates organization for you and it will keep the interior of your bag clean. So if this gets dirty, you can replace this rather than replacing the whole bag. I am not in love with the Speedy, so why is it that I have one? Why do I have a Speedy? And I do love this bag. The reason that I have it is I love Kusama. Kusama is the person who designed this dot design. I feel a connection with Kusama. I have a special needs son, and Kusama has many challenges in her life, and she has been able to continue her art and design her life in a way that despite her many challenges, she is able to create her art. That is why I have this bag. I did do a video on this bag and why I love it so much, which I will put up here so you can take a look at that. But that is why I have it. Why do I have it in the Speedy? To my recollection, it really only came in the Speedy and the Neverfull. And if there is one bag on this planet that makes less sense than the Speedy, it is the Neverfull. This bag I don't see coming and going. I do think it says something about my personality. I genuinely feel a connection with it, and there are several Speedies that are more individual and more unique, and one of those may be right for you. Also, this isn't an everyday bag for me. I do have a lot of bags. I wouldn't carry this as an everyday bag. This is back when, I think this is from around 2011, they were still making the Speedy much better then. Even still, it is not a bag that I would carry every day. I don't think it's an everyday work bag. You will find people who say that it is, who love their Speedies and carry them all the time. I would argue they look worse for the wear. Not a glowing review. I just wanted to give you the other side of the coin. There's so many people who rave about the Speedy, who jump on board and who encourage others to jump on board. And I just wanted to be that voice that says, if you're not feeling it, truly feeling it for yourself, don't do it. You have permission not to do it. You don't have to start there. It is not a ticket to entry. It's not a ticket to anything. It doesn't win you anything. You are just fine without a Speedy bag. You are just fine without ever having a luxury bag. And if you want a different luxury bag or just some unique bag that you found at a vintage store or that somebody has crafted, that is great too. It will say so much about you and about your style, and it will be more of interest and likely to get more people talking to you about your bag than the Louis Vuitton Speedy. I am just here to give you permission not to get a Louis Vuitton Speedy. So what do you think? Do you love the Louis Vuitton Speedy? Is it your ideal bag? Or do you agree with me that it is just not all that it is cracked up to be? What is your favorite bag? I hope you enjoyed this video, or at least that it got you to thinking. I would love for you to subscribe so that we can see each other again. Until then.